Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Karen HUGER. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this was personal. Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free, you guys, free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Like the video, please, so these videos can get out to the algorithm. Please share with your friends, share with your family, share with your foes. So this is actual breaking news. We got to talk about it. We got to react, y'all. I'm going to read the article, then I'm going to give y'all my reaction. So this is from The Independent via the way of Yahoo Entertainment. And it says, the Real Housewife Karen HUGER sentenced to at least 1 year in jail for DUI crash. Real Housewives of Potomac reality star Karen HUGER was sentenced to 2 years in jail with 1 year mandatory Wednesday after being found guilty of driving while under the influence of alcohol in late 2024. According to 7 News Maryland, the 61-year-old was ordered into custody immediately and will also have to pay $2,900 in fines. HUGER is at peace. She is happy this part of the process is over, said David A. Martella, a defense attorney for HUGER, said per the outlet. She is happy she has gone through the recovery process of almost 2 months. She was convicted on 7 counts of DUI on December 2024 related to the March 2024 crash of her Maserati. In March of 2024, a representative from the Montgomery County Police Department told TMZ that HUGER had lost control of her car while driving aggressively, causing her to crash into a median, the space between opposing traffic lanes, as well as a crosswalk sign at an intersection. HUGER's car reportedly kept moving and struck a parking sign on the side of the road before it stopped completely. Per the 7 News report, HUGER's defense attorney urged Montgomery County Circuit Judge to have some compassion and argue that nobody lives a charmed life on Wednesday. The attorney also claimed that HUGER had sent an apology letter to 3 Montgomery police officers thanking them for helping her after the crash. According to Fox 5 Bob Bernard, the judge told HUGER she was filled to the gills with alcohol and took her previous 4 offenses into account, that should be 3, when deciding her sentence. And what we are waiting for the 5th before we sentence you to jail time, the judge asked per Fox 5. HUGER's husband, Ray, was the only other person to testify at her sentencing besides her. 7 News' Jade Lawson reported that HUGER's sister was heard letting out a big cry while HUGER was signing probationary documents before being taken into custody. The March 2024 DUI was a major point in Season 9 of the Potomac. However, HUGER wasn't allowed to go into much detail on the show as the investigation was still ongoing at the time. The reality star was not present at the taping of the Real Housewives of Potomac part reunion. In lieu of attending, HUGER reportedly shared a pre-taped video with her fellow castmates to tell them she's currently working on her alcohol consumption. This is very frightening, but I accept full responsibility for everything with my car accident. I don't care about me right now. I care about my children. I care about my family. They're so hurt, she told the show's producers and Bravo Network. HUGER had checked into Beachside Recovery Center in West Palm Beach, Florida in January. Speaking to TMZ shortly after the crash, HUGER said, "Thank you all for your prayers and well wishes during this very frightening experience. I am still in shock from last night's incident, but grateful to be alive today. With the passing of my beloved mother, grief comes and goes in waves, and with Mother's Day approaching, it has felt more like a tsunami. Last night, I met a girlfriend for dinner. We talked about and brought up some very emotional and sensitive topics. I was crying on my way home and saw a car headed right for me. I swerved to avoid the head-on collision, hit the divider, and then a tree," she continued. "I'm hurt, bruised up a bit, and grateful I'm alive. I did receive citations, one of which was unrelated to the incident, which is understandable, but what was most surprising is the car that almost hit me. I just drove away. I would stress it's important to understand your emotional state while driving and be a reminder to all as well that use their seatbelts. My mother may be my guardian angel, but the seatbelt saved my life. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. Um. I can look at this, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, because I'm a fan of Karen Huger. I love Karen Huger on the show, Real Housewives of Potomac. I love what she brings to the show. I feel at this point, you guys, there needed to be some jail time, you guys. There needed to be some jail time. I was just watching their local news, because they had, obviously, the reporters on the scene, and this just speaks to Karen Huger's celebrity. Y'all want to shade her all you want to, but everybody was on standby. There was a live, news feed on YouTube waiting for this verdict. There was issues where people, I guess we're not supposed to be allowed on the phones, and somebody was live logging on Reddit. I know WeGo Podcast was giving us some tea as well, giving us some tweets from live inside the closed courtroom. There was a lot of people who were interested in this sentencing, interested in Karen Huger, you guys. But here's the thing. And then I think one of the reporters said Chuck Brown's daughter was in attendance. But, Ray was the only person who spoke, on, and what that's called is like a witness, like you give like a witness statement, a witness characterization type of thing, to kind of help out the case, help out, what the judge's ultimate decision and things like that is going to be, you guys. I feel, at this point, this is Karen Huger's fourth DUI. Like, the facts are, this is Karen Huger's fourth DUI. The facts are that Karen Huger wanted to take this to trial. She did not want to take a plea deal. Off the top, I don't remember what the plea deal offer was, but she did not want to take a plea deal. The judge was not going to play with her with this being her fourth DUI. I think maybe some people thought that because of her being on Real Housewives of Potomac, there was going to be some leniency. The only thing I'm surprised about is that the judge went harsher than the prosecutor. That is where I think I was kind of shocked about. But outside of I'm not shocked that Karen Huger is in custody right now. It is in jail as we speak, right? You can't get 4 DUIs and get probation for the other 3 and expect to be walking out that courtroom. Like, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But like I said, the only thing that was shocking is that the judge went harsher than the prosecution, because usually with the prosecution, they did say they wanted the sentence for the 2 years, but they said that they felt that she could just do the 6 months, that only 6 months in jail. But the judge said, no. It is going to be 2 years, but we'll suspend 1 year. So, but again, you can't have 4 DUIs, you guys. You cannot have 1 DUI, right? You can't do it, you guys. You can't do it and expect yourself to, be let off whether you're a reality star or not. It's not going to happen. And the judge wanted to make that example. Now, one of the last things that Karen Huger reportedly had said as she was getting into custody to Ray, she said, "I love you, Ray. God's got you. You'll be all right." Now, the one thing I do feel for, her kids in this, because I know her children, I know her love. I think I said her sister let out a cry. I know her family is going to be going through it, because nobody wants to have a loved one that is in jail. But at the same token, there has to be accountability. And the one thing I want to say too, the people who are comparing this to the other housewives, the melanemic housewives who have also gotten DUIs that have not had to do jail time, a lot of them, I believe for the most part, it was their first offense. This is Karen Huger's fourth offense. And even with Shannon Bedore, I think she got in an accident or whatever else. The difference between them is they all took accountability. Karen Huger did not take accountability. And by the time that she, and she only started to make different choices was once she was found guilty. She was still maintaining up until that point, still trying to make excuses, still trying to blame the show, trying to blame X, trying to blame Y, trying to blame Z. I guess in the courtroom, they brought up the antidepressants mixing with alcohol, and they said, listen, we can't determine if or when this played a factor, depending on the dosage, depending on the timelines. We can't make that determination on, if it was going to be a significant factor. So we can't even, give that any credence. But nonetheless, the difference between Karen Huger and these other housewives who did not, are not doing a year in prison for a DUI because they don't have 4 DUIs. And like I said, they took accountability. Karen Huger did not take any accountability. Even leading up to this sentencing, it was still other excuses being made. Immediately in March of 2024, when this happened, she should have immediately went to a facility. That if she was, still bent on this going to trial, she should have immediately went to a facility. By the time, if it still played out the same, that she still wanted this to go to trial, by this point in time, she would have been, 7, 8, 9 months into a treatment program and had been, sober for 9 or 10 months going into this sentencing. You only went to rehab because you were found guilty. So that just allowed it that 2-month window from you're guilty, from the jury finding you guilty to your sentencing. No. You should have been proactive. But really the reality is you shouldn't have been in the first place if you've had 3 prior DUIs. Number 1, why don't you have a driver, especially in the DMV? Like, I don't understand. There's people who have personal private cars, chauffeurs, all over the place in the DMV. Number 2, where was the Uber or Lyft? Where was the taxi? Why did you feel that you needed to be behind the wheel in any capacity if you were going to be drinking, doing out, and whatever? And that's the thing, too. When she gets out of jail, she still can't drive for a year. And 5 years probation as well. That judge was not playing with Karen. Karen was not going to weasel away her out of this. Now, what does this mean for the show, right? We know that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City continued on even when Jen Shaw, went to jail and all the things. We know for Real Housewives of New Jersey, though, for Teresa, didn't they wait for Teresa? They waited for Teresa to get out of jail and everything else so that they could have like a big, whatever. It's going to be interesting to see what Potomac does. Because some people are saying, hey, they didn't really need Karen Huger at this reunion. People held her own. But the thing of it is, a big storyline was this DUI. So nonetheless, it's going to be interesting to see, okay, do they delay filming? Do they start filming like maybe a couple months before she's released from prison? So then it's set up to get the live reaction of how Karen, is adjusting. Is there going to be Bravo cameras that are going to be allowed to film while Karen Huger is in jail? Any type of exclusive interviews? Because the press was out there, y'all. The press was out there for Karen Huger. And this wasn't a thing where, and y'all can't accuse Karen Huger or anybody. No. There is a lot of people who are interested in Karen Huger. There's a lot of people who are interested in the Grande Dame. There is, whether you like her or not. That is what's talking about, being somebody, right? So, but again, like I said, praying for her kids, really most importantly, and hopefully Ray's all right as well. But ultimately, and her sister and her other relatives and everything else that are impacted by this. But ultimately, Karen did not take accountability until it was too late. And even her statement still, they're saying that she's at peace. The attorney saying she's at peace. I don't know about that. They said on the news that she was wiping away tears in the courtroom. So, I don't know. Maybe she's just at peace with the fact that this doesn't have to drag out any further, and she can serve her sentence and all. And we'll wrap this back, we'll see how it goes. If there's any updates or things like that, as this goes on, as this year passes by. But 4 DUIs is, 4 too many as far as I'm concerned. You're a danger to yourself. You're a danger to others. You could have killed someone. You could have killed yourself. So, hopefully this is a wake-up call for Karen HUGER. Hopefully, she can, she has nothing but time to think about her actions. She has nothing but time in that jail cell, y'all, to think about her actions. So we will see what comes of this, right? We will see what comes of this. We will see how Real Housewives of Potomac navigates through this, if they delay filming or if they continue on, and and we go from there. But yeah, everybody's talking about it. I want y'all reaction. I want to know what y'all think about this. But you cannot have 4 DUIs and not expect jail time, y'all. Like make it make sense. And the fact that she even got probation for the other 3 is crazy. I could see the first one, but the other ones as well got probation. No. What? But that's what I said. That's what I said in my last video. I said it depends on some of these states, and it depends on some of these judges. But some of these states, I'll tell you what, wouldn't have led it to get to no 4th DUI. I know that. There would have been, at least by the second one, a mandatory intensive alcohol treatment program. And I don't mean the fancy smancy ones that celebrities go to with all the bells and whistles. No. I meant the ones that I was talking about in my video that basically mimic a jail. But you're technically not in jail, but you still are technically treated like you're in a jail. Because you have strict hours, you have strict things. When you make calls to people, putting somebody in jail, like that's what I was expecting, right? But they said, forget it. This is your 4th DUI. We're done. This is the 4th one in 17 years. Like it's just too much. It's just too much. So yeah, that's all that I got. Like I said, I like Karen HUGER on this show. But there has to be accountability. You can't be out here drinking and driving. You just can't do it. You can't do it. And I know some people are sad. I know I've seen some people, who are in tears, who are upset, who are crying and all this and that. I think they said one of the jurors said that they were surprised at the sentence. And it's like, well, you voted to convict her. Did you not read what that means? What that entails? Does anybody not look at what the DUI laws are in their states? If you're convicting Karen HUGER, you knew jail time was a possibility. Like a strong possibility, since this was her 4th one. What you can't be upset now talking about 1 year is too much. No. What? Technically, she got the max, the 2 years, but they're suspending 1 year. Make it make sense. At least after today, she'll have 364 more days to go, y'all. Like what? The judge was too strict, but I was the juror that helped convict her. No. That you can't do that. Talking about they don't want to be on camera. Of course you don't want to be on camera because you look silly. What did you think was going to happen? They were going to put her in jail for 30 days? No. Like I said, I thought it was either going to be the 6 months, like the prosecutor recommended, or perhaps half of that, like 3 months. But nothing less than that. Like it was her 4th DUI. She was going to go to jail. There was no situation where she was not going to go to jail. It's her 4th DUI. So there's that. That's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.